Okay guys, so I'm going to do this video about microsites, what they are, what we can use them for, and some examples of microsites in action from other people as well. Now, this video is going to be relevant for the the agency setup local SEO course. It's also going to be relevant for the Facebook group project for the Local Biz Alpha group project, because we are building microsites there as well. And probably it's better I just put this onto a blog post so that everybody can see it, so that it's relevant to everybody, because it's such an important strategy for us to use because of the flexibility that we got with it. Okay, we can do a lot with microsites. For example, we can do just direct links in and do some normal backlinking into those microsites, which is what the white hats would tell you to do if you were going to do that. Okay, but we can take it further. We can do it with expired domain redirects. We can do it with PBN links coming in. Now, a microsite is probably would easily get mixed up with a PBN kind of site, but it's not. Okay, we're not trying to hide anything. We're not trying to create any hide any footprints or do anything really that you would not do with a normal site. Okay, you can put these microsites into your Google Search Console. You can put it into Google Analytics, Bing Webmaster Tools, etc. as well. Okay, so if I just do a quick search in Google, which I've done on the other screen, I'm going to bring this over here. And you can see here all about microsites. Okay, the definition of a microsite is a website distinct and separate from an organization's main site that delivers more focused, relevant content about a specific topic. Okay, that is the key there. Okay, it delivers more focused, relevant content about a specific topic. Okay, an example might be BMW dealership. BMW dealership might have a microsite that is focused on one sort of piece of relevant content about BMW X5, for example, and they might have another one about BMW X3 or whatever kind of models they've got. Okay, what we can do with these is multiple. There's so many options here. We can use them for lead generation because we're sort of targeting more. I wouldn't say exact match. You can do exact match in probably the way that I would do it anyway, but it doesn't have to be exact match domains. But you're focusing more on a specific topic. So if it's the BMW X5, for example, then their website is just about BMW X5, nothing else. Okay, so it's really relevant, it's really focused, and it's really all about the BMW X5. So all of the anchor text coming in, all of the backlinks coming in is going to be relevant to the BMW X5 kind of thing. Now, how can we speed that up? Well, we can speed that up by going and finding some domains that are expired, that have got a clean backlink profile, they are spam free, and we can go and find these domains to either use for PBN links into the microsite. Okay, so it's boosting up the microsite rankings for a specific topic. Okay, or we can do the 301 redirect, or what we can do is get some more aggressive second tier kind of PBN or kind of expired domains, sorry, where they might have a lot of high volume links that we can therefore send to a YouTube video that links to a microsite. We've got multiple ways that we can use this. It's just such a great little strategy if we can get it right. Okay, so when we sort of scroll up here, you can see HubSpot is talking about microsites, 11 best examples of microsites. Okay, this one from snapapp.com, examples of microsites, and this one from Contently. What the hell is a microsite and why do I need one? People are using them, and they're using them to great effect. Okay, what I want to focus on is how we can use them for local agencies, for the Facebook group project for the weight loss niches. Okay, and the strategies that we can put within it that are going to be completely safe and we have complete control. Okay, what I mean by complete control is that we can undo anything that we do that might have an adverse effect. Let me show you that in action, an adverse effect in action. If I just bring over my main domain here, you can see my trust flow has halved in the past week. Why? Because I took a domain called backlinksninja.com that had thousands of backlinks and I redirected it to my homepage. Okay, I noticed for several days we were previously at trust flow 18, it went to 17, or we were 19, it went to 18, something like that. And then I looked today and we're down to 9. Okay, you can see the trust ratio has really fallen here. I can undo that anytime. Okay, all I need to do is go to the Backlinks Ninja WP admin, go and change the redirect. I can just take the top pages. Okay, so lesson learned. What do I learn from it and how do I use it? I go back into the Backlinks Ninja WP admin. I change my redirects to only include the top pages and then relink back into the home page here. So I'm discarding any other redirects for that particular domain. Okay, I'm just taking the best parts of it. This is the kind of stuff that we can do with the microsites as well, guys. Okay, so let's just come back to my website over here. So this website we have already done, all we have done so far, okay, for this agency website, and this would be equivalent if you're from the Facebook group project. This would be equivalent to having your local domain. Okay, so we got our main sort of domain, main local domain. It's the same for the SEO project, for the local SEO project, or for the group project for the weight loss niches. Okay, so I've done one redirect, very clean domain, very relevant domain, and I've got a trust flow 15, citation flow 15. Not a huge amount of links, but it's good enough. Okay, I'm not trying to blast it. Okay, if I want to blast it, we can do it via second tier, via YouTube videos, via microsites, all that kind of stuff coming through the microsites. Okay, and plus we're building a PBN as well. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we'll have a look at some of the microsites that we have built. Okay, so we have got this, and plus we have got microsites around all of these different categories. Okay, so to me, in the way that I want to use the microsites is all about categories. Okay, categories on the main site are the focus topic. Okay, what is a microsite? It's a site that is separate from the main website that is focused on one particular topic. So we have got microsites about search engine optimization. We have got microsite about pay-per-click management. We have got a microsite about social media marketing. Okay, lead generation, video marketing, etc., etc. Okay, now all of those microsites are linking into the category pages of these. These are all categories. Okay, all of these are categories. It's linking in here. Okay, now they are actual pages, but we have a plugin that can allow us to assign pages to any category, like you would do with the post. The actual same categories, we can do that. There's a plugin, it's installed inside the WordPress template, whether you have got the Facebook group project template, or you have got access to the local agency SEO, you can do the same thing. Okay, now with that category plugin, it means that I can create these categories within pages of WordPress. Okay, so usually what you would have in WordPress is you have the ability to create parent pages. For me, I think it's better that we just tie them together with the post categories. So each one of these is actually a post category. Okay, and underneath each one of these is going to be different pages. Okay, or it can even be posts. It can be posts and pages because of the way I've done it. Okay, so under search engine optimization, for example, I might have some pages and posts that are about Google My Business, local citations, video marketing, SEO, that kind of stuff. Okay, under pay-per-click management category, I might have things like Facebook ads, Facebook lead ads. I might have Google AdWords, might have Facebook retargeting. I might have another post about YouTube ads. Okay, all coming under this category. So what we want to do here with these microsites that we're creating is we want to link in from the microsite. Okay, one link from microsite coming into whatever is the correct category, the relevant category within your main site. Okay, So we don't want to be building pages and pages and pages on those microsites, okay? You could even have them just as a landing page, and that's perfectly acceptable. You can use the lead genesis and do it as a just do it as a landing page kind of site. Or you can put in a full page splash screen and just have some relevant content on that home page about your topic. Okay. Now the way I've done it is slightly different yet again, but I'll explain why I've done it. But I'm going to be testing in different ways. Okay. So what I'm going to show you is not set in stone. We're kind of testing stuff with the microsites to be able to use them effectively. Okay. So we're going to find out what works best. Now, what works best, again, can be divided into different things. It depends on what your goal is. For example, it could be just for SEO purposes. Therefore, you want just one link going into the category page on your main site, and we can do a 301 redirect, and we could do some PBN links that are coming into that page, that one-page site, that in turn is linking to your category page on your main site. Or your goal could be, for example, that you want to collect leads, okay? We do SEO so that we can get traffic, so we can generate leads and sales. Okay, so you can do it like that. So it's a shortcut to get leads. We could have lead genesis, we could have a full page splash screen. Our goal might be drive traffic, get leads. Okay, depends what your goal is, but there's no reason why we can't go for both, and often that's what most people would do anyway. So we have to do it kind of intelligently, and we have to do it with a balance. If we're going to do this with a landing page, we need to have content on that landing page. You would need to have content anyway if you wanted to use it for Google AdWords, because you can't just do an opt-in form, couple of bullet points, and that's it. You need to have you need to pass the quality score for Google AdWords, and part of that quality score is that we got some links underneath in the footer, and to privacy pages and stuff like that. And also that you should have some content. So that gives us an opportunity that we can do both. Okay, that's a very, very good way to do it, that we can put some good quality content in there, relevant content. We can put a whole bunch of different keywords that we could possibly be targeting around that specific topic, and have it generate leads for us as well. Okay, so let's see it in action as far as what we've done so far. Okay, so this is one of the microsites that we have put up. Now, it's got some things that probably my staff didn't quite understand. What I did not want was to have too many links in the navigation, okay? But with these little boxes here, you can see we've got webinars, live events, seminars in Thailand. All of that will stay the same on every domain that we have this kind of design on, okay? It's kind of similar to what the main design is about, without having that slider in there, okay? What we want to do though, because this one is about local SEO services, is we want to create one of these that is just local SEO services. You can see we've got two social media marketing. I've either really confused them, or they're just not paying attention, but either way, what we want to do is put in here one of these that's for local SEO services, and link from that one only into the main site, okay? So that would be one link from here going into the main site to the category for local SEO services.online, okay? Now, another example of how we can do this is something that we're going to be testing as well, where we take a website, something like this. Hold on, I'll find one. This one here, this is one that Syed put up for me, the guy who builds my PBN sites for me. This typical kind of Syed site where he will put in a little logo for you as well. Where this one, again, it's going to be like just a one-page site. Okay, so that navigation will all be gone up here. Okay, any links in the footer will be to the main site as well, for the earnings disclaimer, privacy policy, contact, etc. They should be in the footer, not up here. Right, now, this one, we got some linking going on into the main site from here. Okay, now they've put in the same anchor 2 times, so there's a mistake being made there. So I'm going to have to do step-by-step videos from my staff so they understand how to do this properly. But what you will see is that every time we have exactly the same contact details in here. Now, I might go and add a map or something in there as well. What you will also see is that we have got this sidebar option here. Now, this is optional, and this is something that really needs to be tested, because I do not know how effective this is going to be. Because effectively, this is creating some kind of a link wheel, if you think about it, okay? If all of these sites have got something like that, if I click through on any pages, any internal pages here, probably we're going to find that sidebar is there. Okay, then these are all going to each one of these microsites, which could be problematic, but it is worth testing. So what we're going to do is we're going to try 3 different approaches. Okay, we're going to try this approach where we have got a page like this. Okay, just one link in here that goes to our main site, our main local site. This is for SEO purposes only. I will probably put a full page splash screen on top of this. Okay, so when people come in after about 30 seconds or 10 seconds or whatever, then we're going to have that full page splash screen take over. We offer them something to get their email address, but really it's built for the purpose of, you know, SEO. Okay, this one here is going to be similar. Okay, this is going to be, as far as, you know, the goal is going to be is for SEO purposes only. Okay, now what we want to do in here is we can either have one link, or if we're going to do more than one link, then we need to use more than one anchor text. Okay, but it's going to the same page. It's not going to multiple different pages. Okay, now I'm not sure I want to keep this, and it was my idea to put this in, but what happened that I didn't realize until last night, till I started to look at the agency stuff again, was that they had put exactly the same links in a sidebar in the main site, and therefore it was linking out from the main site, not linking in. Instead of linking into the category pages where it should have been from within the main site version of this sidebar, it was linking out. So of course that's a lot of link juice on every single page linking out. Okay, and that's not a good idea. So as far as contextual links, we will have probably just one link going into a category page. Now what we can do with this, say for example we've got this one here that was about local SEO. Okay, this one here, local SEO services. Now if I've got one link, one live link here that is going into the money site, into a category about local SEO services, how I can use that, let me show you a quick example of how we can use that. Okay, so I can take from some of the domains that I bought before. I'm just going to grab one that's relevant. This one should be relevant here. I'm grabbing it from a different screen, guys, just bear with me. Okay, so we got this site here called GP Pros. Okay, so if I just click on paste and go, you can see we've got a website, we haven't done anything with it yet. Okay, it's inside Easy Blog Networks, we've still got some work to do on it. Okay, I haven't got this one over to Syed yet. But what you will see here is that we got 1.91 thousand links. Okay, that's 1,910 links basically. When we look at the page authority, domain authority, you can see domain authority here is 35. Okay, it's got 2,000 do follow links, it's got 702 referring domains. It's got a nice ratio of the number of backlinks versus the number of referring domains. It's got some value. Would I redirect us to a money site? No, I would not. I would not. It's got far too many backlinks for that. Okay, I like to keep it, you know, around. We got it just right with this one, where we've got a nice trust flow balance. We've got trust ratio of 137 homepage links. That is good for this kind of strategy to direct into a homepage of a money site. But when it comes to this kind of volume, we really need to put it via a buffer site, and the buffer site in this situation could be the local SEO microsite. Okay, this one. Okay, so you can see there is no trust flow, there is no citation flow, there is no backlinks at all. Okay, I don't even know how we got domain authority of 2 there, but you know, there's nothing there, so it's ripe for us to be able to use it for the purposes that we want to use it. Okay, now let's come back over here again. Let's just go and dig a little bit deeper into GP Pros. Okay, so I've got this SEO tool stuff in here from that service that provides a whole bunch of tools for like $20 a month. Okay, it's perfect for what we're doing here. It allows me to do so much and get so much information really quickly. Okay, so let's do the same in here. We'll put it into SEMrush. I'll just take off the HTTP, etc., and we can do the search. I'll just copy here for next time. Okay, we'll do the search there. We will go and do it in Moz, but this time in Moz I need to take the URL. Okay, let's just let's see if we can do it with just GP cross. There we go, fixed. Okay, and we can do it in Majestic as well. We can do it Ahrefs as well. Now what I'm looking for is the backlink profile. I want to see, is it spammy? What kind of number of referring domains ratio to backlinks? I want to see where it's getting its links from. Is there anything bad that I should know about before I do any redirect? Okay, so you can see here 286 backlinks according to Ahrefs and 50 referring domains. That is good. Okay, it's about 20% ratio. Okay, over 20% ratio I would imagine, for the amount of referring domains versus the backlinks. Okay, so that's pretty good. When we come down here, you see 78% of the links from referring domains are, well, 70% of referring domains are do follow. Okay, and from the actual backlinks themselves, 59% are do follow. Okay, so there's a nice mix. It doesn't look like it's being used to spam so far. And when we come down here, you can see this is all about Google Places optimization, Google Places SEO. This is ripe. This is absolutely ripe with that kind of anchor text profile for exactly what we are talking about. Okay, for doing a redirect into the local SEO microsite, which in turn has one link going to the category about local SEO on the main local site. Okay, this is a perfect example. The only thing that I really don't like about this is most of the links are coming from Russia. But let's go and have a look and see what Moz says. So again, we can see 2.3 thousand links, but coming from 702 linking domains. It's got a domain authority of 35, and when we come down, you can see it's actually been gradually building in its domain authority. Let's see the linking domains. Again, it's been rising. I've got no idea why, because I put this up and haven't put any content, but I haven't done any backlinks to it either, so I've got no idea what's going on there. Page authority has climbed as well. Okay, when we come down here, we can see the page authority of the sites linking in. We've got something called the globe.net, purevolume.com, ttlink.com, and here is a problem. You see, all sexy costumes, and is linking in, but how many of these kind of links do we have? Okay, compared to the amount of links that we do have. Now there are things that we can do, even if you've got some backlinks that you really don't want. Okay, you can do the disavow. Okay, I suggest you go and read Matt Woodward's blog post about disavow links. He thinks it's a bad idea, and I kind of agree with him after reading his article. Okay, what Matt is saying is just reverse it. Okay, so if you got some negative links, go and get a few hundred other links that are better quality and that are cleaner, bookmark links, Web 2.0, whatever it might be, from some authority sites, and you can kind of nullify the effect of any of those kind of negative links. Now what we would be looking for there is how many of these kind of links, like this one is TT link, all sexy costumes. Whatever is on this TT link, how many links we're getting from this TT link is the problem. Okay, this ttlink.com. Okay, top anchor text here is looking good. So it looks like somebody has maybe tried to do some negative SEO or something like that. Let's have a look at the linking domains. And we're looking for this one here. Okay, he's got a spam score of 9. Videobookmark.com has got a spam score of 15. That's not ideal, but it's not going to be terrible depending how many links. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 links. Okay, let's see all links from this root domain. 8 links. Now, in the grand scheme of things, that's not that many. Okay, in the grand scheme of things, according to Moz, it's got 2.3 thousand inbound links. 2.3 thousand inbound links, and only 8 of them are coming from that particular domain. Let's have a look at this bookmark, videobookmark.com. Let's see how many links. Okay, just one link. So that's 9 bad links altogether. Would you discard the domain for that? Absolutely not, because it's got good domain authority, it's got good page authority on that homepage, and the linking domains ratio to the backlinks are pretty good. But let's go and have a look and see what SEMrush is saying. Okay, SEMrush is saying, let's go to the new version here actually. See, we've got something new here to look at. Okay, we'll come back to SEMrush in a minute. Now Majestic, let's see. It doesn't let me log in with this account. I need to do it again. Just take that domain, close this one, come back to the SEO tools, Majestic. See if we can get this one open. Handy little membership actually for this kind of thing. Just for this, it's perfect for what we're doing here. Yeah, that one worked. Okay, so that's good. We can go and have a look in Majestic as well. Alright, now I know this video is going on a little bit, but it's important that I get this information across so that you understand what we're trying to do, okay? External backlinks 1,900 from 573 referring domains is good ratio, okay? Try and keep, if you're going to do for redirects, or if you're going to do for redirects via buffer sites or microsites or YouTube or wherever you're sending the redirects when it's got high volume links, always look for at least 10% of the backlinks being coming from referring domains. That's a good little rule to keep to. Now you can see here the trust flow is not good, okay? Trust flow free. So let's see what the problem might be. The problem could be that most links are coming from Russia when it's, you know, like it's targeting English language or something like that. I don't know what the Majestic algorithm has built in, so it's just guesswork that they're using, and we're guessing their guesswork, if that makes sense. Okay, let's see. 0 redirect links, referring domains is all looking good, looking good. Come down to the anchor text, and the anchor text is good. It's, you know, very, very good. The only problem is this one here, referring domains, and it's got this anchor text, this 433751.gbpros.com. I don't know what that is about. I've seen this a couple of times now. I've got no idea, but for me this is a perfect kind of domain for using for 301 redirect into the microsite. Okay, the microsite having one link, one page website, having one link going into your category page on your money site, on your local money site. Okay, and this is perfect. We can change it anytime we want. If we don't like it, we can just simply change it. It's as simple as that. Just go into the WP admin, because we're not using the HT access with the the plugin, expired domain redirection plugin, the one I haven't released yet. We deliberately didn't want to use the HT access when we realized what we could do, when we actually started to look at, you know, the features we wanted to build out, and this turned out a really perfect little plugin for what we want to do here. So again, you can see Majestic's got a lot less backlinks. It's got 278 backlinks coming from 89 domains. That if that was real information, if that was a real amount of backlinks, I wouldn't have a problem redirecting that direct into a money site. The only problem being those -8 or 9 links that we found from those two different domains. But we can counteract that by going over to somewhere like Fiverr.com, and I've actually got one open right now in Fiverr.com, where you can go here and get like 50 manual blog comments, and that would nullify it, and it would give you a variety of different links. You can do it with, let's see, not the IFTTT one, this one. 40 high authority bookmark sites. Now he's using just top high quality authority sites. Okay, so that could work as well. Okay, and if you get into the premium, then you can get up to 400. If you really wanted to nullify 8 links, and you did it with referring domains coming from bookmark sites, then I don't think he's got 400 high quality bookmark sites, but the 40 would be okay, and that should be enough to help alleviate whatever damage has been done from that one before. Okay, so when we come in here, let's have a look. Now this one website seems to be using the same anchor text again and again and again, and that could be a particular problem for that one. But I'm still not put off. I'm really not put off. Found domains. This one here has got 72 backlinks. Let's go and have a look at it. See what we can find out. Okay, so you can see it's got 22.2 thousand backlinks from 550. That's not a great ratio, this one linking in. Let's go and see what it says, what we can find on the SEPworks, and see what we can get a sort of broad picture of this particular domain. Okay, so this got trust flow 15, citation flow 19, according to Moz here. It's got domain authority 32. Yeah, you know, it's, to me, this is okay for the redirect into the microsite. So this is how we can use the microsite for that purpose. But we need to test it in 3 different ways, as I mentioned. The first one being like this, where we have like a one-page blog post that is all about a specific topic. Okay, this one is going to be about video marketing. Okay, we've probably just taken this information here from Article Builder or something like that. It's not going to be perfect, but it's good enough for what we want to do. Okay, if you want to do a higher quality one, go to iWriter.com, get someone to write something for $5, give them, go through the sort of spreadsheet I created for the content SEO course, okay, where you go and find some sub-headlines about a topic, tell them to go and do a 2,000 word article, put it in here, 2,000 word article, make it good quality content, make it multimedia, put one link in there, going over to your main site, okay. What about outbound links? Use your image for that, or use your video for that. If you're going to embed a video, that's an outbound link, okay. Just do it like that, but a contextual link, one, okay, just one. Or if you're going to link into the same domain, to the same URL multiple times, then use different anchor text. Don't do it like this, like my staff have done here. They're using exactly the same anchor text, unless this has been done with the SEO internal links plugin, which really is not needed for one-page site. Okay, so that's one option, and I like this option because we can put that full-page landing screen opt-in form on top. Okay, so we've got tools like Lead Genesis, which we can create a landing page from as well, but that's not going to slide in. You've got other tools like SumoMe, which you can get for free. Okay, you can use SumoMe, it gives you the full page splash screen, doesn't cost you any money, and you can build a list quite effectively with that. Okay, other options, you know, there's a whole bunch of like these kind of opt-in form plugins. I use another one called Genius Lander. The conversions are pretty good. It's not the best I've seen, but it's not the worst either. It's good enough for this kind of thing as well. Okay, so try one like that with the blog post. Okay, I like that idea as long as it's done properly with good quality content. Okay, for this one, well, what we would be doing here is just one link. So what I would probably do here is maybe have this change slightly. So I would have like the video if this is about video marketing, for example, and this one here should be in local SEO services, then I would make one of these local SEO services and make it bigger. Okay, and the other ones I would do something like our other services that we do. Okay, you could have it just like this as well, where you're putting in all these different boxes and just have one button underneath that says click here to learn more. Okay, and that will, you know, link in to whatever category page that you want. There's multiple ways that we can do this. It just kind of keeps the consistency if I do it like this when my main site looks like this. It's just a consistency factor. Okay, now for the other option, we have got just see. Yeah, I don't have one up yet. I should have one with the Lead Genesis page on it. Okay. Now the benefit of the Lead Genesis page is that we give people some checkbox options, and we take them through a kind of a funnel to get them to opt in. Okay. It's like an opt-in funnel, but not. They don't have upsells and downsells and stuff like that. What we do is we ask them initially, what are your interests? So if this is about local SEO, then we would say, what is your interest? What kind of services are you looking for? And you can give them some checkbox options, like, for example, Google My Business, or local citations, or local video SEO, or whatever it might be, okay? And whatever they check there, they're getting taken through into the next step, which is asking some details extra about, you know, specific things about whatever services they're interested in, and from there we collect your email address as well. Now at that point, with that kind of page, we can do with the lead genesis page use some text as well, okay? So it's got the opt-in part, and plus it's got the text underneath, so it's a combination of both the landing page and the blog post kind of thing, okay? You can do it any way you want. You can change the different areas of the lead genesis templates, okay? This gives you an option that you can have under the subheadlines relevant kind of keywords within those subheadlines. So you're getting the best of both worlds by using lead genesis, and plus you're getting more targeted information about a client. Now, if you're doing this using lead genesis as well for a customer, okay, for one of your clients, then this is a great way that you can do lead generation, be really specific, because it kind of filters out the tire kickers and focuses on the ones that are ready to spend money, okay? And we've got some kind of scoring system in the back that notifies your customer how you've got a priority lead, okay? Whereas, you know, if they answer the questions differently from what you set out with your algorithm that you set yourself, then your high priority leads, you will notify your customer straight away. The non-high priority leads, you send to a different email address, or you can use a different subheadline, okay? So that would let your client know who to follow up with immediately. And clients love that kind of thing, that you can automate that for them, because it saves them a lot of time. But equally, it works the same way for you as well if you're doing a local agency, or if you're doing some kind of affiliate marketing kind of thing, okay? So you can use it in multiple ways. Right now, that's the microsites, how we're going to use them, okay? I will do an example of each, and I will try and get these examples of each done today as well, okay? Now that GP Pros, the one that I want to do the redirect from, I need to check how long it's been up. If it's not been up for more than sort of seven or 8 weeks, I'm not going to do the redirect yet. I'm going to leave it, I'm going to put some content on there, but it needs to be live for more than 7 or 8 weeks. I will go and order some content from iWriter.com. I only need to spend $11 and I can get a 1,000-word article, and it's going to be high quality article. It's going to have some subheadlines because I'm going to do a little bit of research, okay? That research doesn't have to take a lot of time. You can even just rip off somebody else's research by looking at what they have done, okay? Now, if we look at what other people have done about a particular blog post for a particular topic, for example, that one was about Google Places SEO. Let's go to sort of modernize it and see what we can find here. Go tools, anytime. Let's go in the past month and see what people are talking about right now, okay? This is about Google Places SEO. I'm looking for something specific, or I'm talking about local search. Okay, so I've just been scrolling around. A couple of ideas come to me straight away, okay? One, you can see this local SEO checklist. That would be perfect to get done, a local SEO checklist. We can even mini scrape it or rip it off. Mini scraping is kind of opposite from Brian Dean's skyscraper, where he looks at what's the top ranking content, how can we make a better version of that content, how can we modernize that content, and he creates this epic content, and then he does a lot of blogger outreach to be able to get the backlinks, which puts them onto page 1 of Google for some really competitive keywords, okay? Now I looked at that strategy and I thought that's great if you've got the time to do it. If you don't, how can we get around it? The idea I came up with was the opposite, which is mini scraping. I called it mini scraping, and basically what it is ripping off other people's work in a nice way, okay? Where you can see here he's got something about the checklist, okay? So he's done a checklist that you have to opt in to get. Now when you get that checklist, if that's what you want to do, you can create an infographic about it. You could create an infographic, put some text onto your web page, okay, and have the infographic for people to opt in to download it or whatever, and you can take his work and you can just get it redesigned. Or you can go and see what is epic content around that particular topic, okay? And look for the missing pieces. And I'm not talking about the missing pieces as far as the actual, the text in the content or what they are talking about in the content. I'm talking about the missing pieces as far as what kind of content formats it has. It could be that you could create an infographic. It could be that you could get someone to create a high quality video talking about their takeaways. Okay, an example of this is when backlinko.com did a blog post that was about analysis of 1 million search results. Okay, and they had something like 11 takeaways. The 11 takeaways were the top ranking factor, correlation factor things. Okay, and number 1 was the number of referring domains. Okay, number 2 was something else. Number 3 was something else. So what I did is I took those 11 takeaways, I created a blog post, and I put my own examples of how you could use each one or how you could get around each one to make it quick and easy. So for example, the number of referring domains, my suggestion was go and get a really high quality press release where you can get 400 or 500 plus links into your website or into your blog post, completely white hat, okay? And that takes care of that issue immediately, okay? Just one piece of content solved, okay? And I kind of did that all the way through the 11 points. Plus I went over to Fiverr.com, okay? I got a guy on Fiverr.com to create an infographic for $5. I've got something to give away. Then I went and got a Chrome extension done. Cost me $50 or $30, I can't remember what we paid at the time. I got that and I put it onto the Google developers Chrome web store thing, wherever we put that. I had the guy do it for me, okay? So that's a perfect example of mini scraping and how you can use it. So for this kind of thing, I could go and sign up and see what he's got, see what kind of format he's got there, and see how I can take his content, his hard work, and put it into a new format in a way that can be useful, but it enhances what he has done. I'm not completely ripping it off. Like I did with the 1 million search analysis stuff, I put in solutions for each of the takeaways. So you need to increase the referring domains, do it with a high quality press release, you get 400 or 500 referring domains immediately from one piece of content. And then number 2 was something similar, number 3 was something similar, and just went through them all. So I've got content relevant to what he has done, but I have mini scraped his hard work. I've ripped off his hard work, added some value to it, put it in a slightly different format, okay, and we used it. That's perfect for using for this microsite strategy as well. In fact, that's probably the best way. Why? Because it's sticky as well. Okay, so when people come into your microsite, okay, what they will do, if they've got a piece of content like that, they will spend time. They're not going to bounce straight off, unless if they've got genuine interest in whatever the topic is. Okay, so that blog post is good idea. That idea of doing like the ranking factors for local SEO is good. If you want to get more specific, in this case it was about Google Places SEO, then this one down the bottom here, Google Plus versus Google My Business. Go and see what it's talking about. How can we use this? Can we create something like this guy has created here for the local SEO checklist, but for this, for Google Plus versus Google My Business. This brings the content up to date. The topic is now coming up to date. Okay, it's relevant for today, for 2018, and getting into 2019. And you can see if there's anything here that you can take. Also have a look at where he is linking out as well. Okay, get a little infographic done. If you're using the iList plugin, which I put inside the WordPress template, okay, the iList plugin will create something that looks like an infographic, and you can even screenshot it with awesome screenshot, so you got a full page image, okay, and from that full page image you can create an infographic from it, so everything can be done in about 15-20 minutes work without paying anybody to do anything. Okay, multiple choices that we can do, but microsites, very, very powerful if we use them correctly, but we do have to test how we're going to use them, okay, and we need to test them in ways that is just for SEO, in ways that is for SEO and list building or lead generation, okay, and maybe the sticky post is going to probably be, in my opinion, probably going to be the best way to do it, because it keeps people on that particular site, so that the user behavior that's picked up from Google, from people landing on that page from the search results, is a positive. okay, because they're spending time on the content before they move off or before they click a link. Now, when you get them to click a link in anything like a content upgrade being like, click here to go and get the infographic, or click here to go and get my checklist or my Chrome extension or whatever it might be. Make them go into your main domain to get that. Okay, so when they click on that, you're going to take them into your main domain. So your opt-in form is going to be on your main domain if you do it like this. Okay, so if it's a sticky post, okay, you're going to have like a blog post. Okay, you're going to do it like I suggested with the 1 million backlinks analysis blog post, the one that I did. Okay, and you are going to send them from there via a button on your site over to a page on your main local site. Okay, we can do category pages from local sites as well. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay, so if I'm in my main site, what I've got, if I go into the pages over here, I can open any of these. You can see the sort of format that we have done here. I still need to improve it a little bit, but you can see web design here is basically the parent page. This is in the pages themselves. Okay, the pages is where I put the services. Okay, if I just come back into the page one, see what we've got in here, and again you will see the same kind of things. Like we've got pay-per-click management, we got these different child pages from the parent page. Now we can make this a category. As well as being a parent page, we can make it a category. And how we do that is we use a plugin, okay? And the plugin, let's see if I can find my plugins page here. Let's go into plugins, installed plugins. And I'll show you these settings in a second as well, because it's kind of important, okay? We have this plugin here called Category to Pages WUD. Okay, now if I click in the settings in here, we have some options in here that we can use to good effect for this kind of strategy. Okay, so we can add categories to pages. We can enable unique page categories, or we can use the WP post categories for pages, which is what we would do here. Okay, so that would include all your services. Okay, and it would also include your blog posts that you would do underneath that category. So it's kind of relevancy just built in. Add tags to pages. We can use the WP post tags. Okay, we can keep it all together. Okay, show category title tag on the page. If you want to do that, you can click it. You can put it below the title. Use featured category images. Yes, you can do that too. Okay. Now, when we go into actual categories here, what you will notice, I've got a category here for blog. Now, if I go into the categories page and I go into the blog, you can see that with your categories, when you create them, let me just open categories itself, the main categories edit page itself. You can see in here that we've got the opportunity here that we can click and edit, and we can put in description, etc. in here. Now, if I click and edit, which is what I did, it takes you to a page like this. Now, because I've got the SEO settings, the SEO plugin configured, that we can index categories, this makes this kind of important. So this information that we put in here, the description for the category, is important, but that is not the category page itself. That's just this description. The way we're going to use this, and I'm showing you this, hoping not to confuse you. Okay, we've got the post categories under posts, but we can align our pages because we chose this option here to use the post categories as well. Now, if I've got a page, okay, let me just save this quickly before I go further. And there's some more settings here that you can have a look through as well. Okay, now if I go into one of my pages here, okay, let's take this one, pay-per-click management. It's the first one we come to. If I click on this, when I come down, you can see we've put the links to the services in here. Okay, so anything I redirect to this page, it's going to pass link just through to these. Okay. Okay, so if we do that 301 redirect to the microsite that is linking into this page, then that link just is going to pass through to these. Okay. So kind of just trickles through into all the different options that we got in here. Now to make this a category page, all I need to do is click on edit the page. Okay, and when I'm in here, now even though this is a page, now we see the categories over here. Okay, I can go into the categories over here, sorry. I got a little bit confused there, and I just paused the video for a second and realized that we haven't actually created a category for PPC, so I think I've confused my staff and what was needed to be done here. Anyway, what we can do is if I just go into the categories over here, I can go and create one quickly. Okay, PPC management. Now I'm doing this under post categories. Copy, paste, add the new category. Okay, and we can put in description, etc. as well. I'll come back and do that another time. For now, what I want to do is come back over here. I'm going to refresh the page. Now we should see the PPC management over here. Now the advantage of using the page rather than this sort of category thing over here where you put in description is that we can use the page much more effectively. Okay, how? Because it's a page we can do a lot more with it. We've got it like actual blog post kind of format in here. A blog page kind of format in here. We can put in all kinds of stuff in here, links, opt-in forms. When people actually come into that particular page, they're going to see this page, whereas when it's the blog category here, you don't see the stuff I put in description. Okay, it doesn't show here when you go into category /blog. It doesn't show. It might show if I take away the category permalink. Let's just see what happens. No, that just redirects over to the home page. You see what I mean? So although I've got that description in here, it's good for the SEO stuff because that will get picked up. But if you got it on a page that you turn into a category, then that page is going to be showing all the time. Okay, so somebody goes into pay-per-click management, they're going to see this. Okay, that's the difference, and that's why we want to use pages for what we're doing with the services. Okay, now that I've done that, I can choose the category, which is the same one as we just created under the post categories. Okay, and I can simply update this to show that particular category, and that gives me a page that is visible, that has got the links. Okay, now I did have to put the links manually in here for all those child pages, but that's okay. Okay, it's really not that hard to do. It's 2 minutes work to go and do that. We can do this even nicer. We can put buttons or make it look more appealing. That is some work that we can do in the background. It's not hard to do, but we still got that link just is still going to trickle through into these pages when we do that 301 redirect into the microsite with one link coming into this particular page. Okay, does that make sense? That's how we can use this to great effect. Okay, so just that one little plugin there combined with the strategy to be able to create post categories for your pages. Okay, and the 301 redirect from a really good domain. Actually, I'm quite happy with that domain. But make your content sticky on your microsite. Okay, you're making your content sticky so that it keeps people on the site, and make sure that you have got at least, or that you have got one contextual link going to your category page over here, and it's a page that you have created as a category. Okay, so that you can benefit from that. Okay, that's just going to pass that link just for you. And make this content sticky so that people will stay on it, and Google can pick up on the user behavior from clicking through from search results to the time spent in there, give them a call to action, which can be a button, and plus you've got your link going through to this page here where you're going to put your call to action and a button for somebody to go out and get something. Okay, you can even just do a two-step opt-in here, so they don't actually have to leave this particular page. With a two-step opt-in, they're just going to say, yeah, I agree to get this. They click on it, you get a little pop-up pops up, they put in the name and address, they send it off, they're still on your page. Okay, so we're not redirecting to even another page, or we're not directing to another page after that. Okay, we can redirect back here if we want to, do whatever we want, but they never need to leave this page. Anyway, I think that's enough. I tried to cover as much as I could in as little time as possible. A lot of this stuff right now is going to be in testing. Okay, we got those different strategies that we mentioned that we will be testing for the local SEO sites, for the microsites, and for the Facebook group project for the weight loss niche type of sites. Okay, so I'm going to get these underway. The guys have started working. It's 9 o'clock already. I'm going to get these underway as early as today, so that we can get this kind of stuff all up, running and working. I'm going to do it for both the agency's setup course and for the Facebook group project for the weight loss stuff. Okay, now the reason I'm going to do both at the same time is so that I can test more with different strategies. So, you know, it doesn't stop at 3 strategies ever. There's so many different things that we can do within strategies. There is always strategies within strategies. From, you know, changing your goals to have people stay on the site, to having just, you know, for SEO purposes, just one piece of content that is linking into your money site just for the purpose of that backlink, that link just flow into your money site, into doing, you know, multiple things with the 301 redirects as well, because we can do the 301 redirects via the microsites, we can do it via YouTube videos, we can do it where we're just taking top pages and using those. There's just multiple strategies within strategies, so we need to test a few things. So I'm going to run both of these concurrently so that we can see which one works best. Okay, so I think that's it for now. I'm going to put this video on the blog so everybody can get it and everybody can see it, because to send this out to all the different members for different courses and stuff, it just gets a little bit confusing. Sometimes it's easier just to put it in the blog, but anything that we give with this, as far as, you know, checklists or mind maps or anything like that, that will be inside the member areas. All right, anyway, thank you, bye.